Hello, and welcome to Podcast for English. My name is Linda. I'm really happy you're here today. This channel is for people who want to learn English in a simple and natural way. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to understand every word. You only need to listen. You can listen while you rest. You can listen while you work. You can listen while you live your daily life. Take a deep breath, relax your body, clear your mind. Now, let's begin today's English lesson together. In today's podcast, we are talking about free time, not more free time, but how to use the free time you already have. Today's topic is simple. Turn your free time into English time. Many people think learning English needs extra hours. They think, I am too busy. I do not have time. My schedule is full. But most people do have free time. Short moments, quiet moments, moments that often disappear, waiting, resting, scrolling, relaxing. These moments may feel small, but they are powerful. This episode is about noticing those moments, not to add pressure, not to change your life, but to gently invite English in. You do not need long study sessions. You do not need perfect focus. You only need presence. Free time does not need to be productive. It can be relaxing, and English can join relaxation. English does not need to replace rest. It can live inside it. In this podcast, we will talk about how free time appears naturally, why small moments matter, and how English fits easily into these moments. You do not need to chase time. You only need to notice it because free time is already there, and English can quietly become part of it. Free time does not always look like a long break. It often looks small, very small. Free time appears between things, between tasks, between moments, between thoughts. You wait in line, you wait for food, you wait for someone, you sit, you rest, you pause. These moments are easy to ignore. They feel too short to matter, but they matter. Most people imagine free time as hours, but real free time is minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. These minutes appear many times a day when you wake up, before you sleep, while resting, while scrolling. These moments are usually empty, not planned, not protected. They disappear quickly. But these moments are perfect for English because English does not need full attention. It needs exposure. Free time often feels relaxed. You are not working. You are not thinking hard. This relaxed state is good for learning. The brain is open. The body is calm. Free time also has no pressure. You are not expected to perform. You are not being tested. This safety allows learning to happen quietly. Many people think, I do not have free time. But free time is not something you create. It is something you notice. When you notice it, you can choose. You can scroll. You can wait. You can rest. Or you can let English join you. Not instead of rest, but inside rest. This is the key. Free time does not need to change. You change how you use it. And when English enters these small moments, learning becomes possible, not heavy, not stressful, just present. That is what free time really looks like in daily life. Short breaks are powerful, even if they feel small. A short break is not useless time. It is flexible time, time without pressure. Many people think a break is too short to learn anything. But learning does not need a long start. It needs a gentle entry. Short breaks create this entry. You take a break, you pause, you breathe. In this moment, your mind is open. You are not rushing. You are not focused on work. This is a good moment for English. You do not need to open a book. You do not need to prepare. You only need to listen. One short audio, one familiar voice, one simple message. This is enough. During short breaks, the goal is not understanding everything. The goal is connection. You connect to English again. This connection keeps learning alive. Short breaks also work well with repetition. You hear the same content again and again because breaks happen often. Repetition fits naturally. You do not force it. You do not schedule it. It happens because breaks happen. Short breaks also protect energy. You do not feel tired. You do not feel overwhelmed. You stop before pressure appears. This keeps learning positive. Learning during breaks should feel light, not serious, not demanding. If learning feels heavy, it does not belong in a break. Breaks are for rest. English can join rest, not replace it. When English joins your short breaks, learning becomes gentle. You stop thinking, I need more time. You start thinking, I am already learning. And this feeling changes everything because learning is no longer waiting for free time. It is happening inside it, quietly, naturally, every day. Relaxing with English works better than forcing study. Many learners believe learning must feel hard. They think, if it is not difficult, it is not real learning. This belief creates pressure. Pressure closes the mind. When you relax, the mind opens. An open mind learns naturally. Relaxing with English means you are not testing yourself. You are not checking mistakes. You are not counting progress. You are simply present. This presence is powerful because language is absorbed, not pushed. When you force study, the brain feels stress. Stress tells the brain, this is dangerous. In danger mode, the brain protects itself. It memorizes less. It resists more. Relaxation sends a different message. It says, this is safe. Safety allows learning. When English is part of relaxation, you listen longer. You stay connected. You do not rush to finish. Time passes quietly. This quiet time builds familiarity. Familiarity builds understanding. Relaxing with English also removes fear. You are not afraid of not understanding. You accept partial understanding. This acceptance keeps learning moving. Forcing study often creates resistance. You feel tired, you feel bored, you feel frustrated. Relaxed learning feels lighter. It fits into your mood. Another reason relaxed learning works is repetition. When something feels pleasant, you return to it. Returning creates repetition. Repetition creates learning. Relaxation also helps memory. Calm emotion helps information stay. Stressful emotion pushes information away. So, when you relax with English, learning stays longer. You do not need to remove study completely, but you need to stop forcing it all the time. Let English enter moments of rest. Let it be background. Let it be gentle. This is not lazy learning. It is effective learning, because language grows best when it feels welcome, not demanded. Not all English activities feel relaxing. Some feel heavy. Some feel demanding. Free time needs gentle English, English that feels like rest. The first rule is enjoyment. Choose activities you like, not activities you think you should like. If you enjoy the sound, you will stay longer. Staying longer means more exposure. More exposure means more learning. The second rule is low effort. During free time, avoid difficult content, avoid fast speech, avoid complex topics. Choose calm voices. Choose clear speech. Low effort keeps the mind open. The third rule is familiarity. Content you already know is perfect. You do not need new information. You need comfort. Comfort creates repetition. Repetition creates learning. The fourth rule is flexibility. English activities should fit your mood. If you feel tired, listen passively. If you feel curious, listen more actively. Both are valid. Free time does not need rules. It needs permission. Permission to be easy. Another important point is length. Short content feels safe. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can stop anytime. Knowing you can stop makes starting easier. Choosing English that feels like rest protects motivation. You do not feel guilty. You do not feel pressured. You feel supported. English becomes a companion, not a task. When English feels like rest, you return naturally. No reminders, no force. And natural return is the strongest habit. Free time should recharge you. English can recharge you too, if you choose it gently. That is how English fits into free time, not as work, but as rest. Small, relaxed moments add up, not quickly, but surely. Many learners underestimate small moments. They think 5 minutes is nothing. 10 minutes is not enough. But learning does not grow from big moments only. It grows from accumulation. One small moment does not change much, but many small moments change everything. When English appears during relaxed moments, the brain stays open. There is no pressure. There is no stress. This openness allows learning to stay. Each relaxed moment adds a small layer, a sound, a phrase, a familiar rhythm. These layers stack quietly. You do not notice each layer, but together they build something strong. Small moments also repeat easily. You are more likely to return. You are more likely to listen again. Returning is more important than duration because repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity reduces effort. Reduced effort makes learning sustainable. Another reason small moments work is emotional balance. When learning feels calm, you do not resist. Resistance slows learning. Calm acceptance keeps learning moving. Over time, these relaxed moments change how English feels. It feels closer. It feels friendlier. It feels lighter. This feeling is important because feeling guides behavior. When English feels light, you choose it more often. Choosing it more often creates consistency. Consistency creates progress. You do not need big study sessions to move forward. You need many gentle touches. These touches do not exhaust you. They support you. Learning that supports you lasts. And learning that lasts always wins in the end. That is why small, relaxed moments add up over time, quietly, naturally, without pressure. Many learners feel guilty. Guilty when they do not study enough. Guilty when they skip a day. Guilty when English feels light. This guilt is unnecessary. Learning English does not need guilt. Guilt does not create progress. It creates pressure. Pressure creates resistance. Consistency works better without guilt. Consistency is about return, not perfection, not discipline, not strict rules. Return. Some days you listen more. Some days you listen less. Some days you only listen for 1 minute. This still counts because you returned. Guilt appears when expectations are too high. You expect yourself to do more, to do better, to do faster. When reality does not match, you blame yourself. But learning is not a performance. It is a relationship. And relationships do not grow through guilt. They grow through presence. Staying consistent without guilt means lowering the bar. You do not aim for enough. You aim for again. Again today. Again tomorrow. This mindset changes everything. You stop asking, did I study enough? You start asking, did I stay connected? Connection is success. Another important point is self-kindness. When you miss a day, you do not punish yourself. You simply return. No catching up, no extra work, just return. This keeps learning light. Light learning lasts longer. Consistency without guilt also means accepting life. Some days are busy, some days are heavy, some days are tiring. These days are part of life. They do not mean learning failed. They mean learning adapted. Adaptation is intelligence. When English adapts to your life, you do not quit. You continue, and continuing is the only thing that matters. You do not need perfect consistency. You need gentle consistency. Gentle consistency does not hurt. It supports. And supported learning grows naturally. Free time can become ability. Not quickly, not suddenly, slowly. When you use free time for English, something changes. Not in one day, not in one week, but over time. Free time creates repeated contact. Repeated contact creates familiarity. Familiarity changes how English feels. At first, English feels separate. It feels like a subject. It feels like work. But when English appears during free time, it feels lighter. It feels optional. It feels friendly. This feeling is important because the brain learns better from friendly input. When English feels friendly, you do not avoid it. You welcome it. Free time also removes pressure. You are not studying to perform. You are not preparing for a test. You are simply spending time. This relaxed spending of time allows English to enter deeply, without resistance, without fear. Over weeks, you notice small changes. You recognize words faster. You understand phrases more easily. You feel less tension. These changes are signs of ability. Ability is not about knowing rules. It is about ease. Ease comes from familiarity. Familiarity comes from time. Free time gives you time, not forced time. Gentle time. This gentle time is powerful because it is sustainable. You do not burn out. You do not quit. You continue. Free time also teaches the brain that English is part of life, not something special, not something heavy, just something present. When English becomes present often enough, ability grows quietly, naturally. One day, you realize something. English feels closer. English feels slower. English feels clearer. Not because you worked harder, but because you stayed connected. Free time did not disappear. It transformed. It transformed into understanding, into comfort, into ability. This is how free time becomes real English ability, not by force, but by living with English. You've reached the end of today's episode. Before you leave, I want you to remember one simple thing. You did something good for yourself today. You listened. You stayed. You didn't give up. And that matters. Learning English is not about being fast. It is not about being perfect. It is about showing up again and again. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel hard. Both are normal. Progress does not always feel exciting. Sometimes it feels quiet. Sometimes you don't notice it at all. But learning is still happening. Every minute you listen, your ears are learning new sounds. Your mind is learning new patterns. Your confidence is growing, even if you cannot see it yet. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You are on your own path, and your pace is enough. Let English be part of your daily life. Listen while you rest. Listen while you work. Listen while you live your normal day. If this episode helped you feel calmer, more focused, or more motivated, then your time here was well spent. Come back when you can. Come back when you need a quiet space to learn. My name is Linda, and this is Podcast for English. Thank you for learning with me. Until next time, keep going and never give up. Believe in yourself because you are stronger than you think.